I'm a dancer, and I'm a traveler. And wherever I go, I experience the world one dance at a time. I'm Mickela Mallozzi, and this is Bare Feet in NYC. Bare Feet is supported in part by
Bloomberg Connects gives you a way to experience the arts from your mobile phone. You can explore hundreds of cultural organizations from around the world, anytime, anywhere. Learn more at BloombergConnects.org or wherever you find your apps.
New York is the largest city in the United States, with a population defined by diversity due to its long history of immigration. It is estimated that over 500,000 people of Mexican descent live throughout the 5 boroughs, the fastest-growing ethnic group in New York City. On this Bare Feet in NYC adventure, I'm going to dive into the traditions that Mexican Americans have taken with them to this city and immerse myself in one of the most recognizable Mexican celebrations, Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. My first stop is to visit with the Calpulli Mexican Dance, a professional dance company whose mission is to bring Mexican folk dance to the forefront of the lexicon dance repertoire in New York City and beyond. However, every Sunday in Long Island City, Queens, the affiliated Calpulli Dance School offers affordable educational programs in the arts for the local Mexican American community.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Of course, I jumped straight into the dance lesson with some of the kids here.
Well, I'm started dancing at age of 6 years old.
Wow.
But in Mexico, you don't have a choice. You can decide if you're going to do soccer or you can do a dance. And I choose the dance, obviously.
There's a lot of material in this skirt. It's a lot of fabric we're gonna be playing with today.
So actually, it's like between 20 to 25 pounds of fabric. It is heavy, it is. And every single ribbon have one meaning in Mexico. For example, okay, this is the color of the village. This is because of my beautiful family, and this one is because I collect all the food for my family. So every
each one has a significance.
have a significance. There you go, you butterfly, you have a dead butterflies in the back. Hi. Arriba. Don't forget, the skirt have life. The skirt have to be beautiful there. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The jarabe tapatio is the most popular of the Mexican folk dances and has become a symbol of Mexico throughout the world. Most commonly known as the Mexican hat dance, the jarabe tapatio is recognized by its rhythmic footwork and colorful dresses. This dance comes from the state of Jalisco, dating back to the 18th century, and it was originally done as a courtship dance between couples.
You have to make music with your feet. At the beginning, they do like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then they come in like a little bit more, and the people, they like stylize a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
So the word calpulli is actually Nahuatl word, a word in an Aztec language. And at its very simplest form, it means clan or family. And its more intricate form, it means syndicate. So for us, we call ourselves Calpulli Mexican Dance Company because we're a calpulli of dancers, musicians, teaching artists. And we also are a nonprofit organization. So we thought that the name worked really well. We found that most families come because they want to share in that cultural experience. Some of these parents have danced Mexican folk dance when they were younger, when they were children back in Mexico. Others have children who love dance and they just want to keep feeding that. But most of the time it's that cultural connection, and I think it has a lot to do with first-generation immigrant families American-born children and wanting to really culturally come together in a place. And we've seen a lot of beautiful stories come together. We think that it's important for everyone to be able to have a connection. And if you're going to go out and look for it, you want to be invited, you want to be welcomed. And we definitely are welcoming of all backgrounds.
The school not only offers dance classes, but it also offers a host of other classes on traditional Mexican arts, including the accordion.
One of the major differences between this and a piano accordion, we have two different notes. And it's basically the same concept as a harmonica. You know, when you're playing a harmonica, you blow in and you get a note. When you suck in, you get another note.
The accordion was introduced to Mexican culture by German immigrants settled in Texas in the mid-19th century. The Germans brought with them the waltzes and polkas from their home country, influencing the music and instrumentation of their neighbors in Mexico.
A lot of people that grow up playing this, grow up playing it by ear. If you ask them, like, play a chord for me, play a G, they'll know how to do this. Or a D, and they know how to do, okay, well, I know a D, that this is a D chord. But when it comes to individual notes, a lot of people don't know them. So just getting to know the scales and the chords on here are probably some of the most important things. And so these are two of my best students, and father and daughter, too.
Oh, really? That's your dad? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool that you guys get to play together.
Mm-hmm.
That's really beautiful.
So basically, you're gonna do this. Good, there you go.
Corona, Queens is home to Flushing Meadows Corona Park, the Queens Museum, and my favorite, the Unisphere, that was commissioned by the city for the New York World's Fair in 1965. But Corona is also one of the many Mexican ethnic neighborhoods here in New York. Juan Castaño of the Calpulli Dance School met me at one of his favorite Mexican spots, Tortilleria Nixtamal, a colorful tortilla house a few blocks west of the park.
So where are we? This is like crazy.
One of the best Mexican eateries in Queens, Nixtamal.
What does nixtamal mean?
What does nixtamal mean, Marilyn?
Hi! Mickela.
Oh, nice to meet you, Marilyn. Well, nixtamal is actually an Aztec word, which means when the corn is cooked, it's called nixtamal.
Nixtamal.
Yeah.
Oh. So this is a restaurant, plus you make tortillas here,
Yes,
right?
we do make tortillas, and that's our machine right there. That's where we make the tortillas. We have the grinder, which is the molino, downstairs in the kitchen. So I could show you.
I would love to see it. Let's go. Behind the scenes.
Tortilleria Nixtamal has been making traditional tortillas in this way for over 7 years in Queens. But this process of nixtamalization dates back to about 1200 BCE.
So what are we seeing right now?
So this is nixtamal. This is the corn. Yes.
The cooked corn.
Yes, this is the cooked corn. Once it's cooked, it gets washed here.
Oh,
so water comes out, it gets rinsed, and then it gets deposited into the grinder, which is the molino.
Molino, right?
And here we have the limestone rock, where the corn gets grind. So when the corn gets grind, the masa comes out.
Wow. So that is lamb,
Yes.
shrimp,
Yes.
and pork.
Pork, yes.
And a giant corn wrap. Is that what that is?
Yes, it's a tamal, and a lot of tamales usually have meat in them. This is it's corn and within corn, so it's really good. Do you like spicy?
No, I can't. My mouth can't take
too bad
it.
because their sauces are really good.
I'll try. I'll sacrifice. I'll take one for the team. Let's try it.
Salud.
Salud.
Provecho, provecho.
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 Wow. Mine has mango in there,
So right, some avocado in there, right?
avocado, some onions. Look at that. The juice is just dripping out. It's so tender. So this is the masa. This is what the nixtamal, which is cooked, put through the grinder.
Yes, and part of the process is really cleaning the corn husk and then spreading the dough on those. Then you start filling them up and then you wrap them. I used to worry when my aunts and my mom would start making tamales because they'd get me to get all my friends together and we'd be softening the dough for hours.
Oh, man. It tastes like delicious cornbread that has that sweet cornbread flavor. Oh, man, that is good. We're doing the tamale dance now.
Shimmy, tamale shimmy.
Oh, my God, it's so good. A place like this, I mean, is this typical in Mexico? To have like a taqueria, tortilla?
Of course, of course. When I came to Queens, I saw Mexico right away. I heard the music, I saw the tacos, and I found so much of what reminded me of home and my family, and that's always nice, you know? And I think we have pockets of those communities all across New York City, and we gravitate towards those places because it makes us feel
familiar, yeah.
Familiar, and yeah.
Back in Long Island City, Queens, overlooking the views into Manhattan, I head to Tacuba, a festive Mexican restaurant that hosts live mariachi on Sundays.
Every Sunday night in Long Island City, you can find live mariachi music here at Tacuba. And tonight, we're lucky enough to have mariachi race. Hit it, boys!
Mariachi is a musical form from Western Mexico that dates back to the 19th century. With influences from Polish polkas and German waltzes, the modern version that we know of today has evolved quite a bit from its rural roots. The instrumentation can be varied, depending on the number of musicians in the group, but you will most likely find at least one violin, an accordion, the guitarrón mexicano, or the bass guitar, and a trumpet. These Western instruments arrived from Europe with the colonization by the Spanish, and the Mexicans adapted the sounds and imitated the European musical groups to create their own style, evolving into what is known as mariachi. Mariachi groups have become extremely popular over the last 10 years, and they are mainly led by men. But I've found the only all-female mariachi group in New York City, Mariachi Flor de Toloache.
Porque conservas agua del pozo y tus mujeres de fiel rebozo. Guadalajara, Guadalajara, tienes el alma más mexicana.
We started in 2008 with the vision of having a bigger group and obviously an all-female mariachi. And to be the first all-female mariachi in New York City, we knew that it was going to be something cool and important.
Yeah.
I was trained classically on the violin and vocals as well, but I grew up with the mariachi tradition. My dad was a mariachi.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful voice. And he used to take me with him since I was little to his gigs. And also in New York, I got the chance to play with a lot of salsa bands, bachata, a little bit of jazz. That's the beauty of being in New York as a musician. Every girl in the band is from a different country, and the same thing is reflected in our music. We do music from all over the world, and we fuse it with mariachi music. We had the Latin Grammys, and we were just nominated.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we went for the first time. We were really excited.
I'm gonna learn how to do a grito. I want you guys to teach me.
Okay, we're gonna try this. And I'm in full garb, so it's in my uniform.
A grito is a yell, and it's very much so a part of even the music and recordings that you hear of mariachi songs.
So when you're down and out, it's this like guttural, like, oh, my heart is broken, or so deep with happiness and joy. They're kind of both the extremes, right?
This is the first one that I learned. A cry first, and then a laugh.
Cry, and then a laugh.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah, there's a little dance that goes
What is
with
it? What is it? What is it?
It's like this. And you see people dancing in partners.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got a little spring to it. It's very cute.
I feel amazing because you made me look amazing. You designed these outfits, yes?
Yes, in order to have a proper outfit, or as proper as we could, we had to make it ourselves. And we started with skirts, and for us, we felt like it really covered our shape. While, you know, some women have really tiny waists, you can still see some curves, but we have curves in other places.
Yeah.
So the pants worked for us. We felt sexy, or like we looked good in this version of it. Although we didn't have a place to get the, what you call botonadura, which are these.
How many of these are on each pant leg?
Well, that comes with supply, but since we had a nice supply, we went to Mexico and we stocked up. It was like botonadura mecca for me. Like, I was just practically crying. I was pouring out jars of these buttons. And it is our uniform. It's not a costume, it's actually what you wear to play this music. And even though it's our version of it, we are very proud of them because we make them ourselves and we think they look good. You can see that there's differences, but we embrace it, and I think a lot of people appreciate that we're doing it our way.
It's beautiful.
Thanks.
One of Mexico's most festive holidays is Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. It is a time where Mexican families come together to pray for and remember friends and family members who have died, helping those who have passed on their spiritual journey in the afterlife. Prior to Spanish colonization in the 1500s, this holiday was celebrated in the summer months, but now it has moved to the fall and coincides with Halloween and All Saints' Day. My friends at Calpulli Mexican Dance Company perform on this holiday, and I was going to be given quite a big responsibility to represent and dance the part of La Catrina, the most iconic figure of Dia de los Muertos.
I am gonna watch Roberto's part. He is playing me, and everything that he does, I'm gonna have to do. So this is my learning session right now, and then I'm gonna have to dance it soon. Let's talk a little bit about what the choreography is and what the character that I'm playing, what she means in the story of Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, absolutely. So you are representing La Catrina, perhaps is the most important character in Mexican culture. And basically the moment that you are dancing is when she realized that she is in another universe. She is dead and she is in a parallel universe, and she's just discovering how strong she is. You're gonna breathe your arms to this position, looking up, and then a little coupe and position. Yes, beautiful.
I don't know yet that I'm dead, or do I?
You are discovering that you're in a new
kind of a
space. So right now is the moment when you're like,
what's going on?
Exactly. She is letting us get in touch with our departed loved ones and kind of remember them through dance and through this beautiful character.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important. That's why it's so powerful.
Right.
And very colorful. It's one of my favorite ones.
That's wonderful. So no pressure. I mean, she's the most
No,
important.
you're just the most important character in the show, but yeah, no pressure at all.
No pressure.
So it's kind of like a little sad, a little like just
mourning, kind of.
Exactly.
For yourself.
Mourning, that's the word. So you're here, and you go to this diagonal, and you do a coupe. So you have a choice. You can actually be telling a story, and you can be just letting us see this new world. So whatever you want to do. Pa, 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 and.
Okay, truth is, I'm not gonna be dancing freely.
Yeah, you have to take in mind all the time that you are wearing a really heavy dress.
Right.
A huge hat.
Right.
Very colonial, but huge.
Right.
And a mask.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful, though.
You look really pretty.
Are you kidding me? This is gorgeous.
The original name of La Catrina comes from La Calavera Catrina, meaning the elegant skull. She was a satirical zinc etching done by the famous Mexican printmaker José Guadalupe Posada around 1910. It was a piece that Posada made to represent the Mexican natives who were trying to adapt the aristocratic styles of the Europeans in his country. La Catrina has now become the main motif of Dia de los Muertos art and symbolism.
I'll see you at la Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos is an extremely festive and joyous time. Of course, it is meant to remember those who have passed, but with fond memories, colorful decorations, and lively music and dance. I joined the Calpulli Mexican Dance Company at the New Rochelle Public Library, about 25 minutes north of the city, to celebrate this holiday with Mexican Americans from all over New York.
We're actually standing in our ofrenda. It's a tradition that we've been doing it for 9 years now. We get the community together, and each year we try to do a different scenery. For instance, this year we try to stay something Aztec. We built the Pyramid of the Moon, and the layout, it's called carpeting. It's done in the state of Michoacan, and usually is rose petals. The tradition is that you put a picture of your loved ones that has passed on to the next life, and this is a day for us to remember them in a joyful way. So we prepare their favorite food, their favorite thing in life that they like to do. So most of the pictures that are there, they're personal, like my father is up there. So we prep their favorite food for today, and that's what the offering it's all about. So the belief is that their souls come and feast with us for this day and tomorrow, which is the bigger day.
I was ready for my transformation, to go from Mickela to the skeleton figure of La Catrina.
So in preparation for La Catrina, I have to get my face painted for Dia de los Muertos. Holy cow! It's only one rehearsal. I'm a little nervous right now. So I had my little run through, got over some of the glitches, and now I have to get into costume. The one thing that we are a little concerned about is this hat. It is beautiful, and it's big and bulky, and it needs to stay on my head. So that's the goal for this performance.
Feel better?
Yeah, yeah, much better. Now I'm nervous.
The students of the Calpulli Mexican Dance School share the dances and traditions that they have been learning in their classes with the rest of the community. Following the young dancers are the Calpulli Mexican Dance Company members. And then it was time for my stage debut as La Catrina.
We did it! It happened. I was La Catrina. How old are you? 4.
Mexican dance and music are rich in beauty, culture, and deep-rooted history. Our Mexican-American population in New York City is ever growing, with more opportunities to share and exchange the beautiful arts from this region every day. The dances I learned, the music I made, and the stories and traditions I helped tell are things that will stay with me for a very long time, helping me on my own spiritual journey one day. Take a look around. You may see and hear more of Mexico than you noticed before, right here in New York City.
And I'll see you on my next bare feet adventure, wherever it may take me. Adios!
You can stay connected with us on travelbarefeet.com, where you'll find extra bonus videos, join our Barefeet series conversations through social media, and stay updated with our newsletter.
Choking. This is... Oh my gosh.
Hello? I'll see you at la Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah!